Got a question here about masturbating and working out. Our friend goes on to say that lately I've been feeling tired due to work and school, and my drive to hit the gym is decreasing. However, I found that every time I masturbate before working out, I get a lot of energy. It feels as if I took a strong pre-workout. My question is, what type of relationship between masturbation and working out is there? Please reply. So here's the mechanics of charging and discharging the body are very similar in both sexual charging and discharging and mechanical charging and discharging like you do when you work out in the gym. So the thing is, the most potent and most powerful energy in the human body is that of sexual energy. It's the most potent, it's the energy that gets the entire world animated. Everything is driven by sexual energy. This negative, I mean, just look at the fact that you're watching me through this freaking camera. It's all digital. Digital meaning two, opposites, plus, minus, negative, positive. Male, female, night, day, seed, soil. It's all opposites. It's all duality, all of life. It's the energy between these poles that gets us all animated. It's all fucking sexual energy, you know? If you, of course there are people going to argue with me on this. That's fine. Read whatever your textbook wants. But this is as old as Genesis, Adam and Eve. We're all here to fuck. That's what it's all about. It's all sexual energy, right? Not to say that we're limited in that and that's all we are, but that's how we are animated on this planet called Earth. So, rant over. So, when you are energized sexually, there is you're charged, and there is a necessity for that discharge to take place. Otherwise, you grow anxious and tense, neurotic in your body. This is what sexual tension is, right? And being a young guy, I'm assuming you're pretty young, you probably charge up pretty easily. But the thing is, when you hold on to that charge without discharging it, you grow tense, you grow tight, you might even grow aggressive, start chewing your jaw, you get kind of angry. Just anyone who hasn't had sex in a while, any adult who hasn't had sex in a while, who is an easily charged person? Because some people just have low fucking vitality. It's like they can have no sex and they don't want any sex. They have low vitality, low charge. You apparently have high vitality, you have a lot of charge. So you want to release that charge. Otherwise, the tension in your body grows. And while you're holding on to that tension, you're going to recognize things like tight jaw, tight neck, tight muscles in your hips and your pelvis, as well as a decreased ability to breathe deep, right? Because you might hold your belly tight, you might hold your chest tight, because you're tense. When you release that sexual charge, which is the energy, like I said, it's what animates us all. But, you know, obviously you're not having sex. You might not have a girlfriend, you might not have a wife, whatever the case may be, but you need to get that nut off. When you release that, how do you feel, right? Once you bust the nut, once that orgasm takes place, how do you feel? You feel relaxed. You feel really good. You feel loose. And now you're free from the neurotic holding patterns, from the tension in the body, to go and do the things you'd like to do in a peaceful and relaxed manner. You want to go weight train? Good. Now you have the energy to weight train because you're not holding your muscles so tight from the sexual energy that's pent up and needing to be discharged. A lot of people say that, you know, you shouldn't masturbate when you're trying to build muscle. I don't know. I mean, I haven't stopped having sex with my wife. I've always been releasing sexual energy since I think the very first time I jerked off, I must have been about 13 years old. And life has gone on and it's been great. I've built lots of muscle, gotten pretty strong. I wouldn't worry about it being detrimental. There's some ancient Chinese philosophies, like what they call it, I think the energy is called Jing, and you want to like cultivate the energy, the Jing energy, the sexual energy in the body, but you don't want to release it too often because you can use it. You can transmutate it, this is what they say. Transmutate it in order to energize you in other ways. I think this is valid. I think there's a lot to it. You might want to study that. There's a good book called The Tao of Sexology. Also another book called The Way of the Multi-Orgasmic Male. A couple books on these ideas. A lot of it is Taoist, Chinese, Indian, Tantra, right? Those are cool things. It's cool philosophies. If you can take the time to read it, study it, figure out how to transmutate your sexual energy into making more money or building bigger muscles, fine. But don't feel guilty. As I always say, experience trumps everything. If you jerk off and feel great and you want to go work out, keep jerking off and working out.